Wow.
Madam Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters and guests, there is no up without down, there is no excitement without boredom, and there is no wonderful wife without crazy chaos. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself tonight, what it's like to be married to me for 43 years. I'm going to tell you 3 good things. There are lots more, and I'm going to tell you 3 really not good things, and there are an awful lot more of those. So, first for the good things. I'm a great cook, I'm very creative, and I love sex, as some of you know. First, the cooking. For 43 years, I have cooked my way through every celebrity cookbook. My husband is one of the best fed men I know, and I am constantly on a diet. But amongst all this fabulous food he eats loads of disasters too. I put too much chili, too much salt, don't pay attention to the time or the ingredients. My next door neighbours rush in to turn off my fire alarm because I can't reach it, I can't work it, and my husband can't hear it. On to the next really great thing about me. I'm very creative. If we haven't moved house for a couple of years, I recreate the house I'm in. I rearrange everything, I paint all the furniture, I move fish ponds. Last week, my husband was in the garden having a glass of wine or two, and he suddenly looked round and thought, I thought the fig tree was over there. I said, darling, you went out yesterday. I thought it needed moving. It's much better where it is. It's very exhausting, you know. He reads the paper, and if it's not finished by 11 o'clock, it's in the bin. If he puts something down, it's tidied away to a safe place, never to be found again. It's exhausting living with a control freak. The other good thing about me is I love sex, as most of you know. I like talking about it, I like practicing, I like watching, reading, but most of all, I like writing about it. I have written about 8 adult fiction books. Now, I'm sure you all know about these 50s books. They've sold more copies of this than the Bible since publishing began, and lots of hotels are replacing the Bible by the bed with this. Now, the trouble with being married to somebody like me who writes this stuff is some men don't really like it. So when I get near the end of a novel, Peter says, darling, that was really good. Why don't you start writing another one? You know, he does this to distract me from getting it published, because that's the last thing in the world he wants. So, enough of the good stuff about me. I'm going to tell you about the tricky bits to me. Oh, I am quite a difficult person to live with, you know. I think some of you know I've got no sense of direction whatsoever. I don't know my left from my right. And when I go somewhere, I need about 3 tanks of petrol and an extra few hours to get where I'm going. Getting there is not so difficult. It's getting home that's the problem. Because you see, it doesn't say to Marlow for a start, and I don't really get the tom-tom. When you're on the motorway and it says, exit ahead, I think, so? Am I supposed to take it or what? And I panic, and I take the exit, and then I end up in some county I've never heard of. And I have to phone Peter and say, I'm lost. And he just says, oh darling, just check into a hotel. Find out where you are, and I'll help you home in the morning. So I get back on the motorway, and you see I can't do my left and right, but it keeps saying, turn right off the roundabout. Well, I mean, everybody knows you can't turn right off a roundabout. You can only go left off the roundabout. and then it does this thing where it says, go around the roundabout. What does that mean? Go around the roundabout. I do that, and I do that. And it doesn't tell you where to get off. So I just get off. I just don't get it. I can't go. It's too much. So the next thing about me is, if I can get this thing to work again. I love it, it's my favourite record, I just love it. I can't get enough of it. And I play it over and over and over again. It started when I was 7. I discovered that if you put the arm of the gramophone up, it played the same record all day long. My father banned me from playing music, and I swore I would marry a man who loved music. I did. He loves the Wigmore Hall, which is a bit of a problem. The last thing about me, which is a bit tricky, is I don't like going on holiday. Having spent 44 years making all my houses so fabulous, why would I want to go on holiday and stay somewhere less fabulous? But it's not just that. I can't do suitcases. I panic when I see a suitcase. I mean, it's not like I can't fold clothes into those neat sausage rolls. I can do that. How can I be expected to know what I want to wear in the morning and in the evening for 2 or 3 weeks? I can't do it. It just freaks me out. So I do have to occasionally go on holiday. And because I can't drive, because I don't do this near side, off side thing, you know, what does that mean? Peter does the driving. So I get to choose the music, and I make all these CDs. But then I get all stressed out, because I'm already stressed about suitcases. I don't want to go on holiday anywhere. And I'm sitting there in the car thinking, how many times can I play this CD over and over again without driving Peter absolutely crackers? So, you see, I am married to the best, most wonderful man in the world, and he thinks I'm the most amazing woman in the whole world. But once a week, he has to get away from me. He goes to the Wigmore Hall to listen to his type of music, and then he can deal with me. Because you see, when I'm left at home, I have a glass of wine, I turn the lights low, I put my favourite record on, at night, I watch all the stuff he doesn't like on television, because he only likes Dad's Army and the news. And I'm really, really happy, and he comes home and he loves me to bits. Oh.